Hey, thanks for being a part of the conversation. This is Play It Forward. Real people, real stories. The struggle to play it forward. Episode number 583 is with singer-songwriter Sarah Reeves.
Hello, Arrow. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. You have bared your soul in this song, Get Back Your Fight. But you know what? You've done it in a way that is going to inspire all people. I want my fight back. I want to be able to stand up, and I want to be able to be strong. Because we're in some times right now that are being challenged, and we need people like you, the artist that steps through this storm and brings, security to a lot of people.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I totally agree. It's been very cool and amazing and special to see this song connect with so many people. When I wrote it, I was going through just a really hard personal battle, and I was getting my strength back, my fight back, and I tend to be very vulnerable with my music, and I did not even realize when I posted this on the internet that people would that there would be so much response and people just opening up and sharing their stories. And even though their journeys and their battles that they're going through may be different than mine, there is something about the song that makes people feel like they aren't alone and they can get through whatever it is that they're facing. So I'm very grateful for that.
The video itself, my God, how many people can relate with that scene or have been in a scene like it and said, oh my God, she's touching on something that has been very effective in my life.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I had a vision when I wrote the song of the music video, because I'm a very visual person, and I saw kind of the old version of me. I saw two of me in the video, the old version of me and the future me, which honestly is right now. I feel very whole and healthy, more than I ever have. But there was a time, even a year, 2 years ago, where I was crying on the floor of my apartment, not knowing if I was going to be able to, even wake up the next morning and move on with my day and my life. But I think I wanted to portray the future me, just telling that person, like, you are going to be okay. You're going to get through this, and your best days are ahead, and you're going to actually come out stronger on the other side. And so that's me just like telling myself that. And I hope that when people see the video, they feel that strength and they feel that hope and inspiration.
Not everybody sits down to listen to the entire lyrics of a song. They like the hook of the song, but they don't listen to the entire lyrics. While bringing this song into my heart, I kept thinking to myself, she's got a book in her. She's got to write a book sometime in her life, because she is drawing the perfect picture inside this 3.5 minute song, and it's like there's got to be more to this than just a song.
Wow. You're the second person that said this to me this week about writing a book. And it's something I have never really thought about. But, the older that you get, the more life experience you have. Yep. And the more you go through things and you learn things, and you're just like, yeah, maybe there is a book in me. Maybe, I do have a lot more in me than I realize, and it comes out in these little snippets of songs. But I think if I really sat down, I would have a lot to talk about and a lot to say, and honestly, still trying to figure out how to tell my story. Yeah. So maybe it will come a couple years or a few years or a decade down the road, but I'm still in the thick of going through certain things, so I'm like putting my heart out there for the world to see, but little do they know, like, oh, actually, like, there's still stuff that I'm working through. Yep. And I think we'll always be working through something. We're always on a healing journey. I never want to stop healing, actually, because there's always something. But yes, I've been reading a lot of books during this season, and I would love to maybe, who knows, one day sit down and write one myself.
How do you answer the question when somebody is singing your song with you, and it's one day you're going to get your life back, or you're going to get back your life, and it's like that person that's receiving that message is going, when? And how do you answer a question like that? To me, I defrag. I break things down by asking questions and then questioning the answers. How do you handle somebody who's going to ask you, when do I get my life back? You're telling me I'm going to get it back.
Yeah. I don't have the answer of exactly when, but yeah. I do think that I would say to them, there's more in you than you realize.
Yeah.
You know, you are stronger. You're stronger than you feel. You're smarter than you think. And I think at some point, it's up to us to get up, you know, and to be like, you know what? I'm going to stop wallowing in self-pity and I'm going to stop, just thinking the thoughts. And I know that it's not as easy for everybody, but just start taking these baby steps. Go to counseling, go to therapy, like meet with a friend, a healthy friend, have coffee, like surround yourself with good people. Like there comes a point where, you know what, you have to decide when that you're going to make the choice to stand up and be like, all right, I'm going to do something that improves my mental health today. What does that look like?
Yeah. And
a lot of people just don't want to put in the work. It's not going to come to you. You have to do it. You have to take the steps yourself. So it sounds a little bit harsh, but that's how I have made it through, is I just have to be like, you know what, Sarah, you may not feel strong right now, but there's more in you. And I've surprised myself this year because I've just pushed through and, lean into the feelings, but also it's okay to just be like, you know what, today I don't feel like going to work, but I'm going to push through and I'm going to do something great. And for me, that's been songwriting, and it's been teaching myself how to produce. It's been learning new things and challenging myself in new ways. And I've found so much of my fight that I didn't have before.
I love where your heart is. Sarah, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
Okay, you too. Thank you for having me.